I'm Eddie Garcia, co-host of the Puck Podcast, with your Puck Podcast Hockey Minute, a recap of the night in the NHL and a preview of tonight's action. One game in the NHL on Monday, one. The Senators beat the Predators in Nashville 5-2 for their fifth win in a row. With the game tied 2-2 in the third, Ottawa closed it out with three straight goals. Sens had five different goal scorers. Adam Gaudette gets his 16th, and David Perron, who's missed a good chunk of the season with injury, gets his first of the season. Ottawa is holding down third place in the Atlantic Division. They're 3 points up on Detroit. For Nashville in the loss, Philip Forsberg gets his 19th, Jonathan Marchessault his 16th. Predators have dropped five in a row. Coming up on Tuesday, 14 games on the schedule. Who is making these ridiculous NHL schedules? All right, 7 Eastern time. It is the matchup of the night, maybe the matchup of the week, as the Metropolitan Division leading Capitals host the Atlantic Division leading and defending Stanley Cup champion Panthers, fresh off their visit to the White House. Washington star Alexander Ovechkin enters the night 18 goals away from breaking Wayne Gretzky's goal scoring record. Also at 7 Eastern, the Lightning host the Senators, who are back in action for a second straight night, and will put that 5-game winning streak on the line. Tampa Bay enters the night 1 point back of Columbus and Detroit for the final wildcard spot in the East. The Blue Jackets are at the Sabres. Columbus will be without leading goal scorer Kirill Marchenko, who suffered a broken jaw in their last game, and he's out indefinitely. The Bruins host the Wild. Boston also 1 point back of the Blue Jackets and Red Wings for the final wildcard spot in the East. For Minnesota, they will not have forward Ryan Hartman, who was hit with a 10-game suspension for driving the head of Ottawa's Tim Stützle into the ice on Saturday. Hartman could appeal the suspension. Also, the Devils visit the Penguins. 7:30 Eastern, the Islanders host the Golden Knights. Vegas is tied with Edmonton for the Pacific Division lead. Both teams have 68 points. The Oilers are in action at 8 Eastern in St. Louis against the Blues, while the Jets, the leaders in the Central Division, winners of 6 in a row, will host the Hurricanes. 9 Eastern, the Maple Leafs are at home against the Flames. Calgary looking to pass Idle LA and move into third place in the Pacific Division with 2 points. And you've got the Flyers at the Utah Hockey Club, which has dropped 5 in a row. 10 Eastern time, the Canucks host the Avalanche, and the Red Wings put their 6-game winning streak on the line in Seattle against the Kraken. 10:30 Eastern, the Ducks host the Stars, who have won 5 in a row, while the Canadiens look to snap a 5-game losing skid in San Jose against the Sharks. I'm Eddie Garcia. If you like this, we're going to do it every night. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out the podcast recapping the past week in the NHL every Monday morning, the Puck Podcast. You can find it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Puck Podcast.